It's national meets regional. Welcome to Sidewalks Entertainment, the long-running celebrity, music, and art series. Join us now for an exciting new path to celebrity interviews, music, rising talents, and much, much more.
Why are you stuck here with me?
I don't know. I have no idea. I just go where they send me. Why?
No reason. I'm sure there's no secret we've had a vacancy.
Listen, if I may. I know you've lost Alex Butler and I know you were close.
We were, yeah. We were very close.
Must have been hard on everyone.
Oh, it still is. Yeah, he was a great man. He was loved.
It's just I want you to know it's not my intention to replace him.
Oh, good. Because I want you to know that nobody could.
I'd like to welcome Jim Sturgess and Agyness Deyn.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us today, guys.
No, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Now, Agyness, before you started acting, you've modeled for top fashion designers. How were you first discovered?
On the street, I was a teenager and I was in my hometown of Manchester. And I just got spotted on the street and then had a long, 12-year career in that. And then about 8 years ago, I slowly but surely made the transition to acting. Got very blessed with working with lots of people, learned on the job. And then 8 years later, sat here with Jim and promoting this show, which we're very, very proud of, called Hard Sun.
So, Jim, you first started out as a musician at the young age of 15. What led to your transition into acting?
Yeah, I kind of always done both, really. You know, at school, I was always more interested in the sort of creative possibilities, so acting and music sort of fell to me quite quickly, you know, and I was always sort of obsessed in watching movies and films and listening to records and music, and you know, so they've always been two sort of very big parts of my life, you know. So when I was in a band when I was 15 and playing a lot of music, but I was always watching films and sort of, weirdly enough, when I was in a band quite seriously in London, I always had half an eye on acting and was always sort of interested in the world of acting. And then I got the opportunity to kind of put the two worlds together when I was cast in Across the Universe. Julie Taymor kind of cast me and found me in London. You know, I just finished the band that I was in at that time, so I was kind of wandering around the streets of London looking for something to do, and she found me at that time.
Oh, wow. And I imagine that both of your schedules can be pretty demanding. What do you guys like to do in your spare time to relax?
I just love movies. I go watch everything that's new out. I'm quite outdoorsy. Hiking and walking and biking. What do you do, Jim, in your spare time?
Interesting. I'm the same.
I don't think I've asked you this ever.
Well, let me tell you, what do I get up to? Not a lot. I mean, yeah, I the same. You know, when I'm not filming, I'm always playing music with friends and hanging around. I used to skateboard.
You love museums, though.
Yeah,
you love a museum.
I go to a lot of shows and museums, and I love living in London and spending time in New York, where you have access to so much sort of creativity and other people's creativity. And I love seeing, you know, theatre and, you know, exhibitions and whatever I can sort of find that's going on in the city. I try and make sure I kind of see it.
And now the two of you partner up as detectives on the pre-apocalyptic crime drama, Hard Sun.
I need that flash drive. They threatened my family, my wife and my daughter.
So you give them what they ask for and suddenly your family's safe?
Yeah.
That's not how this plays out, you know that.
I can make it work.
No, you can't.
You don't know me.
You can't game these people.
You're not listening to me, all right? They threatened my daughter.
Now, your characters are kind of yin and yang. I mean, one of you guys is corrupt and the other one's incorruptible. What are you two like off camera?
Mates.
She's corrupt. and I'm incorruptible.
Yeah, the opposite. No, but we were fortunate enough to actually get on, because if we hadn't, it would have been really intense.
It was an intense enough experience as it was.
Yeah.
So the fact that we got on and we were mates made it that little bit more bearable to get through.
And after we'd punched each other a few times, we could just sit down and have a cup of tea and.
Yeah. That's sort of how it worked. That's sort of how it worked. We beat the living daylights out of each other and then sit and have a laugh and a cup of tea.
Well, I believe it, Agnes. I mean, in that first episode, you have some skills, girl.
Oh,
I would never
thank
want to
you.
get in a fist fight with you.
I was on the receiving end of that, so I can vouch for that.
Yeah,
for sure.
I nearly broke Jim's nose in the end sequence.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there was blood, real blood. I had real tears.
And I had real pain, very real pain.
Yeah, but nothing was broken. It was just all a load of blood.
Yeah. It looked worse than it was.
Now, what sort of training or research did you both do to prepare for your roles?
I think we were actually really, really blessed initially to work with Neil, the writer, and Brian, the establishing director. We had a bit of rehearsal. We did stunt training. And then before we came together and met each other, like I'd done boxing and Korean stick and knife and Krav Maga training. Because my character Renko is trained in fighting. So that was really, really fun to explore.
Yeah, as Agnes said, I mean, we were really blessed, which is quite rare, actually. We had quite a big period of time before we started filming where we could sit down with Neil, who invented this entire universe and all these characters in his head. So we got to spend so much time talking through our backstories with the characters, with him, the writer, in the room, and that was a real gift to be able to do that before we started. Because we go through a lot in the show, and we make, certainly with my character, I make some quite unique decisions throughout the journey, and so just to know who he is as a person and what he is protecting, because obviously with the concept of the world coming to an end, it's about how these people would deal with that sort of information and what kind of person they are inside, as to how they would react to this kind of concept.
Well, wonderful, wonderful work. And again, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today.
All right, cool.
No, thanks for having us.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit sidewalkstv.com.